I do think that's a good decision. I get that people want to be safe from COVID, but I feel like everyone has a right to an education, even if you didn't want to get a vaccine. So that's just my opinion.
Same. Yeah, I feel like people are entitled to their choices.
Honestly, I don't think I'm educated enough for the topic. Like, I don't have enough.
You feel it should be up to the individual to decide whether or not they're going to be wearing a mask or whether or not they will be getting a vaccine?
Of course, it should be up to the individual, but to a certain extent, the guys at the university, they're smart enough to understand. They have the numbers, they have the COVID stuff to know what's going on, right? I don't really know. I'm sure most other students don't really know what's going on, but...
Hey everyone, William Diaz here with Rebel News. We know that Canadian universities all across the country have decided to lift mask mandates and vaccine mandates as well. The University of Carleton decided to lift both his mask mandates and his vaccine mandates. However, we still have universities in Ontario, such as Western University, that continue to require a booster shot plus the mask to be worn on campus. Same thing as Ontario Tech University that asks students to wear masks on campus as well. So we're here today here at the University of Carleton to figure out what do students think of the university's policy to lift mask mandates and what they think about Western University's policy to continue to mandate a third shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. Let's go check it out. Do you feel the university should mandate masks and vaccine coming into this school year?
I feel like nowadays it's just like you wear one if you want to, and if you don't want to wear one, then that's on you. Okay. It's really just what it is.
What about you?
I think at least the current vaccine, it's not really to date with the new strands, so
That too.
why are you getting it?
I mean, I feel like there are people who are against it and people who are not against it. And so it's a really good thing that they highly recommend it, and it's like your choice, and you shouldn't be like, so you shouldn't be saying like, oh, you can't wear a mask or you can't. So I just really like that idea.
So just get what you're saying straight. You feel it's a good idea to wear a mask, you feel it's a good idea to get vaccines, but you don't feel the university should force people to wear masks on campus.
Exactly.
To be honest, I'm not really sure. I would say I feel comfortable like being here, so I don't think there's any difference with a mask or without a mask, in my opinion.
Do you feel the university should mandate masks and vaccination here on campus for students attending classes?
I think 2 and a booster is enough for a vaccine, but for masks, personally, I think it's a person's choice for it.
Honestly, it's personal preference. I, for one, think that vaccines should be mandatory, but...
Sure. I don't know. I don't wear it because it gets hot in the summer, but I think in the winter I might start wearing it again to keep myself warm.
I think they should, encourage it, not mandate.
I think it's fine. I think like once you reach the point where it's not mandated anywhere, which we've been at for a few months now, it doesn't really matter if it's mandated in one particular area.
Yeah.
Because, if people can go to the Walmart down the road there and without a mask or without a vaccine, then it doesn't really matter if the protection's here or not, because they'll just get it from other places, so...
I think it's a good idea that they're giving us kind of the choice, right? So they strongly recommend it, but it's also like our own personal choice. Like if you do want to,
you're not forced to.
Right. And I do get like the point of like if we all start wearing it, it'll like reduce the spread.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like now that we are like most people have vaccines, and if not, that's your choice. It's like more kind of under control, I feel, and it's good that they still recommend to strongly wear.
Well, I mean, I think I appreciate the fact that, Carleton has left it up to students. I know I read some of their guidelines, and it's highly recommended that students wear masks, but at the end of the day, it's a personal choice, and I believe that's the right choice. It comes down to what people want to do. If you want to be safe and wear a mask, then do so and protect everybody around you as well. And if not, then don't. But it really comes down to a personal choice. So I think Carleton made the right call, yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I'm educated enough for the topic. Like, I don't have enough.
You feel it should be up to the individual to decide whether or not they're going to be wearing a mask or whether or not they will be getting a vaccine?
Of course, it should be up to the individual, but to a certain extent, the guys at the university, they're smart enough to understand. They have the numbers, they have the COVID stuff to know what's going on, right? I don't really know. I'm sure most other students don't really know what's going on, but if they made a decision, I'm with them. But at the same time, it's frustrating as a student last year compared to this year.
Yeah. In Ontario, at least where we are here, mask mandates ended quite a while ago. So, I mean, there's no real point in masking if everywhere else there's no mask at all. So, it seems to make sense. If everyone else is dropping it, then why should we have it here?
I do think that's a good decision. I get that people want to be safe from COVID, but I feel like everyone has a right to an education, even if you didn't want to get a vaccine. So that's just my opinion.
Same.
Yeah, I feel like people are entitled to their choices.
One last question. I don't know if you've heard about Western University, but at Western University currently there's a huge controversy around the university mandating vaccines and masks on campus. Do you think that's a good thing that the university did?
I wasn't aware they're mandating.
They're mandating vaccine, yeah, and everything.
I'm from London, so I know Western a lot, but I think it's a good idea, especially like for that kind of community, because I know that it's a big party school, so like there's gonna be a lot of spread and pretty quickly. So I mean, I don't know, like the mask.
Because it's a big party school, they should be mandating vaccines and masks.
I'm not saying they should, but like it's a good idea that they're mandating at least the vaccine, because it's just it's your choice at the end of the day, but it's kind of helpful, I guess, because people are out a lot and just with everyone. So
I think it's fine. I think like I don't know. I can see how people would be upset about it, but like at the end of the day, you know, it is a private organization. It's their decision. So I think if they want to do that, if they think that that's what's appropriate for their campus, then that's fine.
Yeah. Do you think your social life would be affected if masks were mandated, for example, at university?
I don't think so at this point, since we're so used to like what's been going on, but yeah.
It didn't really affect it before, so
Yeah.
I don't think it would affect it now.
I mean, you don't really get to see much of the person. You don't really recognize the face. All you get to see is eyes, really. So I say the kind of like the sociability went down across all the board, but you know.
So I think it kind of hit a bit of social aspect because like I couldn't really interact with people on my floor because we didn't really have that connection, or people in classes because we always also have the 2-meter distance.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think now coming back, it's going to be way better. Like I'm able to make people are more, you can see them more joyous, like more happy, and it's really great.
So if you, as most university students here, believe that it is time for universities such as Western University to lift their booster mandates, go to noforcedbooster.com.